antibody mediated immunity can be explained in a given process. Now we know there are two cells in cell mediated immunity. One happens to be T helper lymphocyte and the second happens to be B lymphocytes. We know that T helper lymphocyte is synthesized in bone marrow, but they are matured in thymus, while B lymphocytes are synthesized in bone marrow, but they are matured in bone marrow itself. So that's where the T and B stands for. Now, as the name is indicating here, T helper lymphocyte is more of a helping. It's more like a eyes, it's more like a sense organ who activates the B lymphocyte. Assuming there is an antigen, this is an antigen which has affected the body. B lymphocyte is the one which is supposed to be activating and synthesizing a lot of antibodies. But B lymphocyte completely ignores this antigen. They can't identify there is a presence of antigen. So who is the one who gets activated because of this? Say the T lymphocyte, rather let's make it more specific, T helper lymphocyte gets activated. When the T helper lymphocyte gets activated, it kind of binds with the antigen. This is called as antigen presenting site. Okay, so what is this? This is a T lymphocyte, and in T lymphocyte you have the antigen presenting site. Now this antigen presenting site is being subjected, is being carried to the B lymphocyte. So now this next goes to B lymphocyte. Say this is the antigen, now it comes and binds along with the B lymphocyte. Okay, so when this B lymphocyte gets activated, now this is a activated B lymphocyte. It now starts synthesizing a lot of cells, or rather it starts producing a lot of cells. The two types of cells being produced here are called as plasma cells and memory cells. So from where is it coming? It is coming from B lymphocytes. Now these are the antibodies which is being synthesized. Now as you know, the primary response is slow. The reason for primary response to be slow is because T helper lymphocyte has to identify the antigen, carry it to the B lymphocyte, and once the B lymphocyte gets activated, that's when the plasma cells and the memory cells are being synthesized. Assume these are the plasma cells here. So lots of plasma cells are being synthesized so that it can fight against the antigen. There are small couple of memory cells also being synthesized, which is stored. Now assume a second time the antigen comes and enters. Say this is the memory cells here. So some of them are there, and again antigen comes and affects them. This time I don't have to require T helper lymphocyte or B lymphocyte to be activated. Directly what happens, the memory cells starts dividing and produce a large number of plasma cell and memory cell. So if you are looking at this entire big process, this much is under the condition of primary response. And if you are looking at just this part, this is the secondary response. This is why I told you that primary response is a slower response, while secondary response is a very quick, fast response condition.